Along with public speaking, talking to strangers or having public interactions is pretty high on the list of people's greatest fears. Speaking publicly terrifies people. I'm at a point now where, like, speaking to the camera, I'm immune to. I'm very comfortable on camera. It feels like you're in your own home. You create your own environment, but it never loses the sight of me. That was worded very poorly, but I want to roll with it. That I'm speaking to an audience of people. I'd like to address you guys directly. I think of direct things that you guys have said to me when I reply to you. That doesn't translate at all to talking to strangers. I don't feel like you guys are strangers. I know there are new people here and everything, but it helps that there's always an audience here that knows me, so I can just talk to you guys. I can talk to Token and Screw all the time. You guys are here. I know Soldad's out there. I know Spoof King's out there. I know John is out there. He's really big fan of the channel. Been here for years, since me games and gifts all the time. Fox is out there now, added to the list. Dylan Henry is out there, huge. And we don't talk all the time, but when we do talk, it's always great conversation and stuff. So I can always direct things to your guys' experience. Anonymous, I think about all the time for the high school experience. Otter is going to college for the first time, And so you guys are just not strangers to me. 2-3 years I've known you people now, and you guys are really close to me. And shooting videos now just seems like a supplement to calling you guys on the phone. Space Duck, I can't stop naming people. I want to name everybody. I'm so sorry. Just know you guys are on my mind. Even some people's names that I talk to in the comment section, where I know your profile picture and not your name, I know you too. And still talking to strangers is very awkward, even for me sometimes. I sometimes go outside and I just do not even want to see people. And I don't know what it is. I know I can be charming and fun, you know what I mean? I just don't feel like being that guy sometimes. Sometimes I just want to fucking, I don't know. Sometimes I just want to not be bothered by them. So, TheOdd1sOut video seems like it's going to be very relatable. And I just can't get over sometimes how awkward I am in public. Oh my God, I wish Skitten was here to talk about when she met, she was recognized at her job the other day. Was talking about how awkward it was. I wish she was here to talk about that. But let's get into it, man. Play.
Let's pretend you get on a bus and it's super crowded. The
right.
only spot that's open is between two strangers. So you sit down between two people you never met and everyone is fine. Everyone's keeping to themselves, no one's making eye contact, it's perfect.
And
sure,
then,
your shoulders are touching, but that's just what happens.
And
that's part of the bus going experience, you poor person. But then at the very next stop, aisle seat guy gets off. So now you and window seat guy are sitting right next to each other. But since you're in the middle, you have to be the one to decide, do you move or not? I honestly don't know what the right thing to do in that situation is. I'm conflicted. Because if you
Skitten used to take the bus all the time. I'm gonna make her watch this.
Move, it would be silently telling the other person, hey, you're disgusting. I can't stand having our shoulders touch any longer, and I'm glad to finally get away from you. Ugh. But on the other hand, if I was the window seat guy, I would want the middle seat guy to become the new aisle seat guy.
I think that the problem you just made up is a fake problem in terms of I have never once in my life been offended by somebody moving away from me, and I have never stressed about moving away from it. It's just public space. Why does this, like, you have real anxiety about things I do not have anxiety about. I don't want to talk to these people. I don't want to engage with these people, but I do not have an anxiety attack about whether or not I should move away. The answer is always yes. I don't want people touching me. Of course you're supposed to move away from them. Right? Wrong? What? Play.
I wouldn't see moving as rude. I would just want his gross, disgusting body as far away from me as possible. That's not rude. But on the other hand,
oh my
maybe
God.
I'm overthinking everything, and most people don't even mind being this close to another human. And
I do. Absolutely. Urinal Etiquette Volume 5. Bro, I'm telling you. Avoiding people. The manual, bro. You're really on this shit.
Struggling socially, I don't know. Now imagine that same situation.
The pause shop. I saw that. Oh, please shop. Please stop. Okay, cool. I thought it said the pause shop. I thought it was pause shop. I can't read. I'm blind. Sorry.
Close to another human and they aren't struggling socially. I don't know. Now imagine that same situation.
Yes.
But with urinals. If you're in the middle urinal, do you move halfway through to the other urinal? Because I would. Are you supposed to talk to people when you're sitting 2 inches away from them? I always felt like I should say something like, hey, did you see the game last night? I didn't. I was too busy drawing cartoons. But I realized that this is a two-way street. I'm worried about not talking to someone, but they're not talking to me either. We both agreed that there's this unwritten contract between us that we're not even going to look at each other. It got me thinking about strangers and specifically how I treat them. and
I'll cover what you're supposed to do at the end of the video, public speaking wise. It doesn't make it any easier to do, but it's at least good to have a list of things. But we'll just watch the video without stopping from now on.
how I can make money off of them. Hey-oh! I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding. That was a joke. For most of my life, I would go out of my
What
way
the
to avoid
fuck?
talking to people. I would stay in my lane, mind my own business.
What the fuck was that, Google?
No eye contact. If everyone's using a urinal, I'd have to pee tomorrow. Yes, I'm lonely. But now that YouTube's the thing, I'm interacting with strangers more often than I've had to in my entire life. So I've been thinking a lot about strangers. And first of all, I think the word stranger is already an insulting label for someone just because you don't know their name. Oh, I don't know this person? They're a stranger. They're strange. I'm the normal one. They're the freaks. They probably murder people with an axe. It's always the go-to profession, a stranger, axe murderer. But the people you see throughout your day are all humans with their own hopes and dreams.
You're
Some
not
of them may
wrong.
hope to kill you, but you'll never know because you didn't ever take the time to get to know them. So I think that the people you see throughout your daily life aren't strangers.
They're what?
They're potential friends. Except
That is such a fine way
for
to
the
say
weird
it.
ones, obviously, stay away from them. And yes, I'm telling you to judge people based on their appearance. They're the ones that chose to wear anime shirts in public, okay? So back to the bus scenario. I'm sitting right next to this fellow human being. So far, there's not a single reason why I
They
should
have
dislike this
two
person. but I
eyebrow
don't know why
things. It just
you
keeps
put him and me on a
flipping.
bus
I love
next to
it.
each other. I want him as far away from me as possible. Just stop touching my shoulder. So that was the last time I took the bus. Unfortunately, that's not the only place you meet strangers.
Look at him.
One time I was at Home Depot and I was looking
The
for
Home
jumper
Depot.
cables and I couldn't find them anywhere.
Get your dad to beat you with them? I'm sorry, continue.
And I don't know if I'm the only human that's like this, but I will try everything in my power to not talk to a sales associate. I guess it's because I know they get paid minimum wage and their life sucks, and I just want to leave them alone and not
Damn.
make their job any harder than it has to be. But
Yo, he is clapping. He is fucking clapping.
asking employees for help isn't even bothering them that much. In fact, I think it's part of their job. Like, what's the worst thing they're gonna say? Ugh, you don't know where one specific item is? Everyone else knows. Did you even look? They're in the jumper cable aisle, idiot. No one's
Damn.
gonna think that. So feeling
He's just
desperate, I
slap-
mustered up what little courage I had and swaggered up to someone wearing an orange vest and said, excuse me, do you know where the jumper cables are? I don't work here. Oh, you don't work here? And then he walked away. And then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. And then the very next day, bam, bam, bam. So I think the logical thing to do in that situation would have been to find someone who does work there.
But you quit.
But I left the store because I didn't want to run into that same guy again. But I also bought a hammer because I didn't want people to think that I stole something. So.
What? You are really struggling.
Oh yeah. And by the way, if you wear an orange vest to Home Depot, just expect people to ask you for help. Same goes for people who wear
Red shirts in Target. I fucking knew it. Red shirts in Target. Blue shirts in Walmart. Green shirts at Starbucks. Purple shirts on Gerson Street. On Donna Street? I don't know. I don't know what street name it is. You get the
think I'd
point.
learn from my mistakes, but no, I have a bunch more examples. When my book came out, my publisher said that it was going to be carried at Barnes & Noble, and I thought that was super duper cool and wanted to see my book in the wild. Not to buy or anything, just to have a look at it.
Hey, you 100% buy your own book. What are you
I
talking
took
about?
my friend Adam from Something Else YT, and we went to the local Barnes & Noble and started our search. We looked in the humor section, didn't find
Comedy.
it. Then we checked the new release section, it wasn't there either. Then we looked at the best-selling section, then the religious section, but we couldn't find the book anywhere. So either the publisher lied, or they had already sold out. But just to be sure, I asked one of the workers, hey, do you guys have a book by TheOdd1sOut? He kind of looks like this, and the worker
Right.
typed something out on his computer and said, oh yeah, we got those in the back, we just haven't put them out yet. So then he went to
Lit.
the back room, brought out a copy and handed it to me saying, here you go, kid. And I thought, well, frick.
Now
I
you
can't
gotta
just
buy
hand
it.
back to the guy and say, oh no, that's okay. I didn't want to buy it, I just wanted to have a look at it.
Fuck.
You know how inconvenient that would
Fuck.
be? So the only less awkward option I could think of
Was to buy it.
my
Now
own
you
book.
love-
And you know what? I'd get a couple cents back from this purchase, so it wouldn't have been a total loss.
You did
but
good.
Adam, being the more sensible one, said,
This is ridiculous. You have to complain.
so then he went to the worker and said,
So he actually wrote this book. He just wanted to get a look at it, like, in the wild.
and the worker said, oh, that's so cool. do you want to sign our copies? And then I thought, well, hold on. You're not even going to ask me for my ID? How do you know I actually wrote this book and I'm not some guy trying to defend someone else's? And then the guy gave me a whole stack of my books and I signed them all. Last story before I go. I was in the hallway of a building and me and this potential friend crossed paths. He said, hello, and I was going to respond with, hello, and how's it going? But I combined the two and ended up saying, how? And then I jumped out a window and fell to my death.
Oh my God. In public, what you're supposed to do, okay, if you're at a urinal, you don't talk to people. I don't know why people do that. I think that is against the law, okay? You go to bathrooms, you only nod if you absolutely have to. You say, excuse me, if you absolutely have to get somebody's attention so you don't fucking touch them. Because at a moment where I was in front of the door trying to get the paper around the fucking doorknob, and a guy just put his hand on my shoulder to try to like nudge me out of the way to get out of the bathroom like I wasn't already leaving the bathroom. Whatever, I let it go because I'm about to fight this old man in the bathroom. But don't touch people. He didn't wash his hands. This is disgusting. You have a stock phrase, how's it going? You know, that's normally good. Nodding to people, good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing? Or, you know, just for like polite exchanges, because it helps you build relationship with people without actually having to have conversation with them. And if you get tumbled into the, you know, how's it going? And the guy actually tells you how he's doing instead of just saying good, like the normal response is, you listen for an allotted 30 seconds, and then as he's talking, you think of reasons why you have to leave, as long as it's not depressing news like somebody he knows died or something, right? So you just think of what you have to do. Hey, it's good to hear from you, glad you're doing well. I gotta head inside to go do such and such and whoop-de-whoop. Bop-de-bop and booty-boop, right? And then you keep it pushing. It takes some practice to getting used to, but if you practice it, it will make you seem more likable and attentive to people that are around you. So, instead of just bulldozing with your head down, you know, because the TheOdd1sOut talks about riding the bus, but Skitten actually found some of her friends by riding the bus. That's where she met Dr. Girlfriend at, as they rode the bus together. So I'm gonna make her watch this video because this video was great. I'll holler at you guys later, man. Peace.